Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for joining in. If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button. If it's not, thanks for watching again. Thanks for being part of the UVH fam. Thanks for subscribing. I mean, I don't take it lightly. Thank you for joining us. You know, this definitely has been a ride so far. If you're not yet a member of our free option trading group, the link is below. The market is closed right now, so I thought it was a good time to go through a little tutorial on Tastyworks. I'm just going to be talking about Tastyworks Mobile and walking you through how to make trades, what things are, and just get you a good feel of what Tastyworks is and how to trade on the mobile platform. The one thing that I will say that I do like about Tastyworks on the mobile platform is it really works very similar. It's probably the only brokerage that I've used that they have the same experience on desktop as they do on mobile, and I think it's great. You know, I think that their developers really made it the same platform, so it's not going to confuse users. People that come from Robinhood that switch to Tastyworks, I know it seems like it's a lot at first, but once you get used to it, you really realize it's a good setup. You'll also realize how much information Robinhood was withholding from you. And so in this video, we're just going to go through everything and just kind of show you what it is. Right now, I'm on my home screen. This is the watch list down here. And then you can select up here, you know, different notable stocks. So notable stocks are sorry, I should have turned my notifications off. Notable stocks are hand selected from Tastyworks, and a lot of these are. So if you select this little area here, these are your watch lists here, and these are all provided by Tastyworks. If you click on positions, the positions are the current positions I have right now, so you can monitor how they're doing. Or you can scroll down to the bottom and you can kind of see if I created one called UVH, and these are stocks that I just created for like another tutorial. If you want to create another watch list, all you have to do is hit this little cog wheel up here, and you can hit you can create a new list, you can clone a list, you can do what you want here. Oops, I don't want to delete the list. No, don't delete the list. But we can add a new list if we want. And then you can create what the new list is. I'm not going to create one, but you can kind of play around with that. Pretty simple to use. For this, I'm just going to use the UVH list that I've already created. Excuse me. Down here, this is customizable as well. Is the items here. So I know when I installed the app, it didn't come like this. This is the way that I use the app. This is the way I like to use it. So at first I have watch list, trade, and then portfolio. This is just the way that I use Tastyworks. You can customize it any way that you want, but if you click the more button, kind of show you. If you click the more button, you can go to the different areas. The only other one that I really use, I use obviously watch list, trade, and portfolio. The only other one I use is activity. Activity shows you what kind of trades you made today. Since I didn't make any trades, there's no trades in here. But I'll later in the video I'll show you how to look past orders, how to filter by certain symbols or tickers, and we'll go through that. But if you want to customize this, the flow here, all you have to do is hit on this config here, and once you hit config, you can move these around, just drag and drop them. You know, if I wanted activity to be in front of trade, you know, I'll just drag it and move it, and then as you can see here, now portfolios drop down, and now like the quick launch buttons down here are now watch list, activity, and trade. And if I want to change it back, you know, we just go to here, just go back to the config here, and I'll move activity down there. Close that up, and it's changed back. So it's very customizable, very nice, nice way to use that. The trade tab is pretty much where you'll be doing most of your trades, actually all your trades. And the trade tab, you can look up symbols. You can look up, you know, this is what I've recently looked up. You could just click on these symbols and you can go there. When symbols are next to the O, Oh, when an O is next to the symbol, like Microsoft, we have a purple O here on USO. It means I have an options position. If it hadn't asked me to have a stock position on that, since I don't own any stock on Tastyworks, it just shows some of that. So if I click on Microsoft, kind of show you what's going on here. Very clean, very nice. You have the options chain here, all the expirations. You have implied volatility. IV rank is 46. Then we have implied volatility for these right here, and then it shows you the expected move. And then we have the bid and the ask, which all this is very customizable as well. So, for instance, just to look at December 7th, we'll just look at December 7th, which is really nice. Which is the same on their desktop platform. What I really like, it'll show for this December 7th expiration, the plus or minus move is $2.23. So the expected move is $2.23. Just like on the desktop platform, it has the orange bar here. We'll show you the expected move. So, and it also shows you what's really nice is one standard deviation out, along with two standard deviation out, and that's very helpful when selling options. When buying options, it's important to be within the expected move to make money. When you're selling options, obviously you can go further out, but we won't. This is not really this video is not about option strategy. This is more about just using the platform and showing you what things are. So this orange bar right here is a visual representation of what the $2.23 here in the upper right, so plus or minus. You can scroll to the right, and it'll show you out of the money what the percentage is to touch, delta, theta, and you can kind of go that way. You can also add. I like to have volume. I don't have volume on here. If you let me go back to that. If you hit this cogwheel next to the ask right here in the upper right, you can change that. So I would scroll down here to volume if I wanted to add volume there. So if I want volume next to the bid and ask, I would then just drag and drop it and hit done. And now volume is here next to out of the money, where the percentage is out of the money. So you can very easily customize that. Very nice. Just go into that cogwheel and then adding what you want there. So very nice. The other thing that I really like compared to other platforms is you can easily construct legs, and you can easily construct what you want to construct very quickly. One thing you can use is the choose strategy option up here, and in here, it looks like pretty complicated, even though it's not. Typically we short verticals. But let's say, for instance, I wanted to put a, let's see here. So if I do it in vertical, if you can also change these just by selecting buy or sell. So buying, you would be long that vertical. Selling, you'd be short those calls, long calls, short calls. And then as you can see, as I change that, you can see up here it changed the credit from credit to debit. So you can kind of get a visual representation. The one thing I do like about Tastyworks is that it gives you all the information you need. It gives you what you want, and it's very telling of what you're doing. Unlike Robinhood, they don't give you all the information. They don't tell you how to construct strategies. They don't tell you how to do that. But to take a step back, I actually put this order in for me. Let me clear this. Take a step back. Let's say on Microsoft for December 7th, I just wanted to buy puts at 108. All I have to do is hit the ask on here. And I will then have one. It'll say right here 1, and then down here it says $1.14 debit. And then the one thing that you gotta be careful about when you hit the ask like that, though, yes, it constructs it very, very easily, but you can see down here where it says mid price and debit. Mid price is 110. And that's the difference between the bid and the ask. So right now the bid is 106, the ask is 114. Obviously, if I put an order in for 114, I'm gonna get filled. But what I would recommend is hitting the down arrow and go more towards the mid price. And right now the mid price is $1.10. Try that out. Sometimes you might want to do $1.09, get lucky, and maybe you get like below the mid price and kind of adjust that. Like I would never suggest like just putting an order in at the ask, because obviously it's gonna fill, but you're gonna overpay pretty much every time, especially when there's this is not wide, but when there's a wide discrepancy between the bid and the ask, you want to make sure you're more towards the mid price. And then it shows you here visually, when I was at 114, as you can see, I was way above. It shows you there in the green. If I go below 110, it then goes the other way down to like 106, where the bid is at. Obviously, you could place an order for whatever you want. Since the market is closed right now, let's say I wanted to have more than one contract. All I have to do is hit this down arrow here. Oops, sorry. All I have to hit is the more button. Sorry about that. And then the more button, you can select, what kind of order is it? Is it a day order? Do you want to do a good to cancel? So if I click on day, I could select what day it expires to. I could do day order, or I could hit a GTC, where it just means good to cancel. So this order will be in there until I cancel it, or until its expiration is no longer available, obviously. And then if you want to change the quantity, you could just change the quantity right here. You can go up a couple. We could just do 2. You could do 3, and you can kind of play with it that way. The width only matters. The width only matters if you have a vertical on, or an iron condor or something like that. Don't select that if you're just buying a single option. And then strikes, you can move up or down strikes from here as well. I find that it's way easier just to move it with my finger. Just move it up or down like that. Just move it around. Way easier. And then if you want to get rid of this, you can obviously hit clear down here in the bottom left, or you could thought they let you just delete the leg. Oh yeah. So if you're on the strike and you swipe right, you can delete leg. If you swipe left, you can actually pick a different expiration. So let's say I don't like December 7th anymore. Let's see what it looks like here for December 14th. You could do it that way. You can also, if you want to change the date, you can click on expiration there, and you can go up or down. So if you hit the red circle, which is right here, or hit the red circle right there, you go up in time or down in time. So if I hit the green circle, I'll go to December 14th. If I hit the red circle on expiration, I'll go back to December 7th. So they make it very easy. You just kind of have to pay attention and know what that is, know what that order is. So right now I'm just going to show you. I'll put the order in. Let's go back to December 7th, where I have my order. And I'm actually going to place an order so you know what it looks like. So I'll just put this $1.10 in there for one. Good to cancel out. I'll show you how to cancel the order. Just hit review. It's going to say, I don't know why it says it's above market price when it's really not. Let's see. Yeah. The buyer is significantly above the market price. When I hit the mid price, I'm not sure. So don't worry about that. It'll show you. If you scroll down in here, it's gonna show you what the costs are, what the commission is, what the fees are, what your max loss is, and so on. So I'm just gonna hit send, and that's it. It says it's working right up here. So very easy. If you want to go into that order, and let's say you didn't get filled, you would then go to activity. I should show my working order in here. Maybe it's not showing that order. Where did you go? Okay, it's supposed to show your working orders right here. Okay. Well, not sure where that order went. The market is closed right now, but if you wanted to go to cancel the order, you can go into activity and cancel and replace it if you want, or it'll show up. It'll also show up in portfolio under Microsoft, and you can also edit the order and cancel it here as well. Cancel and edit it. Going into portfolio, this is showing what I have open right now, and as you can see, we have some positions that are losing, some positions that are winning. What you can do is you can scroll over and you can customize these columns to be anything that you want as well. So as you see up here, we have this little 4 vertical lines here. You tap on that, you can select, okay, instead of basically works like like I showed you on the menu screen. Basically works the same price. If you like the quote price, or if you like the last price, or if you like realized, if you want to have what your realized today was up, you can move that up there instead of having the P&L open. And then let's say you wanted to add delta in there. You could add delta in there. You could add probability of profit. You could do your realized day gain. You could do your unrealized day gain, and really just play with it. Really just play with it from there. You can customize that really any way that you want. So as you can see here, my realized today was then moved next to the last price, so you can kind of see how that works. But going into let's go back to the trade screen just to kind of show you some of those other ones, how to construct other orders. Now, let's say I wanted to do like a vertical. Yes, you could short a vertical here and just hit go, and then it will align it. My personal preference, and it's easier for me when I'm looking at it like the trade grid like this, is just tapping on it and selecting my short leg and selecting my long leg. So if I want to do, let's say I wanted to short Microsoft, put a short call vertical spread on there, I would then, let's say for instance, these are not real trades, this is for example, I would then click on the bid for like 109, it would give me the short leg, and then click on the ask for the long leg, and then that would give me the 110 strike there. And then you can adjust, like if you don't like that, you can just easily drag that around just like that, and you want something further out. Let's say you want something further out, you could do it that way. Obviously, you could see how much credit you're getting and that thing. And then if you want to switch to the put side, I don't want to delete that. You could just move it up like that, and just move it around like that as well. So it's very intuitive, very easy to use. I find that for me, it's easier to just do that than doing the strategy. Like if I want to put an iron condor, really takes like 2 seconds, so fast. I could just put an iron condor on right now, and now I have an iron condor. And then I just move around the strikes on what I want. If I wanted to do like an iron condor, for instance, and then it shows you everything that the whole order right here. Shows you everything, how much credit, what the expiration is, what the bid, what the ask is, what your mid price is for this order, and then you could really just tweak it from there. And then you can make things wider. We can go to next week expiration and go back. So it's very, very easy to use. Like if you want to do, the one thing that I would say, if you want to move to next week expiration, you have to make sure you select all the legs before moving that way. So we'll cancel this order. We'll clear this order. But yeah, very easy to use. And then go through there. It's the same thing for like a strangle. You could do a strangle like that, or if you want, you can clear this and do your own strangle. Just by selecting the ask if you want to buy it, or straddle. Same thing. Okay, so let's go into the portfolio. Now, if you look at your portfolio, you can see what you have here. If you just select, your symbol, select Amazon, you can see that you have the 1400 put for 2 days away. CVS, you can see that I have a strangle here. I have the 78 put, the P with the put, 82 with the call. So I have the 82 call, 78 put expiring this week. Microsoft, you can see I have another strangle. I have the 109 put, the 112 call. It's very, very, very intuitive, very easy to read. Now, my favorite screen is the activity screen. Definitely easy if you want to look up orders, so you can kind of see if you're doing well, not doing well, kind of see what your orders were for the last week or so. So if I go, let's say for the last week, I wanted to see what my orders were. This will tell me all my orders for the last week. A lot of orders here. So it's like, but let's say you only want to look at a certain ticker. So let's say I want to just look at Microsoft, for instance. What were my orders in the last week on Microsoft? Select that. And these were my orders for Microsoft. So here I bought it for $1.15, sold it for $2.04. Okay, good. You know, down here, bought Microsoft for $1.30, sold it for $1.81. So that's good. And then this is my open position right now. You know, BABA, you could do the same thing for different tickers. BABA or GE. I know I've been trading because I don't have any orders for BABA the last 7 days. But you can do GE, anything there. Okay, so GE, yeah, bought it for 12, sold it for 18 cents. Not sure where the rest of those. I think pretty sure I sold them all. That's weird. Yeah, so definitely show that I sold all 5, but it's only showing 3, and I don't have anything left in here. So just so you know, there are some quirks. Like Tastyworks is a newer platform. There is some quirks, as you can see. Like when I put that order in, I don't know where that order went, and then going through it, you know, this discrepancy here. Yes, I should have sold all 5. I bought 5, sold 3, and there's no GE in my portfolio. So I definitely don't own any GE. I don't know why it would say that. You know, because that order was definitely closed within the last 7 days. So, you know, and to kind of sum everything up, you know, it's a very easy very easy platform to understand. Obviously, you got to take your time and go through it and make sure it's what you want to do. And this is showing you know, the cancel and the replace, which I was trying to do for Microsoft for that trade. Yeah, it's not showing my trade I just put in today, so I just got to make sure. I'll probably have to go on the desktop platform and make sure that's canceled because I don't want that accidentally filling on tomorrow. I don't really want that position. Maybe it'll pay off, but I don't really want to. That was just for example purposes. I didn't show you how to execute an order. You know, putting in other orders, executing this. All you have to do for the string, just hit review and send. So, you know, if you guys are interested, I'm not getting paid by Tastyworks for any reason, by any ways. But if you want to sign up, and this video is helpful to you, use my referral link below. I have a link below for the referral code if that you could sign up with. If the video was of value to you, hit that like button. Definitely appreciate everyone. You guys have a great day.